Hi, I'm Rohini Baumick. I'm a sophomore at the School of Arts and Sciences at Rutgers, New Brunswick, and I'm directing CCPCJ at Phil MUN 2011.
How can we share our experiences and to improve the conditions of our own lives as well as those outside?
Of course, knowledge about the UN and international politics, as well as, of course, the topics, but also about your impact in the world and what it means to be a member of the international community, what it means to be working in a region like Southeast Asia, and why it's different region to region.
And always keep in mind that you're not only just talking about these topics abstractly, and then you're just going to go home and kind of just forget about what you learned here. Like, these are real problems that are happening right now in Southeast Asia, and they're definitely prevalent. So it's always great to always keep that in mind and keep yourself invested in the fact that these are real problems that you are trying to help solve.
That this conference is really an opportunity for them to improve themselves from day one to the end, and that it's not necessarily that you will be able to solve a world issue or that you'll be able to effectively implement a project, but it's all about the effort and it's all about learning where the difficulties lie, so that in the future you can start to think about how to overcome them.
You will have an opportunity to see the UN at work through the regional council that is going to be the focus of your activity.
The topics are tourism and the environment and illegal wildlife trade. And as many people in this organization know, I'm kind of the go-to girl on the environment. So, when looking at the theme, which was Southeast Asia, two main things environmentally a problem there are tourism in the environment and illegal wildlife trade. And for me, I really like the juxtaposition of how tourism and the environment are so intercorrelated. They basically result in each other, but at the same time, they cause each other's problems. So I really like that. I thought it was really an interesting point because not many people think of how tourism and the environment play together in that complex relationship. And, with illegal wildlife trade, Southeast Asia is so big on it, and plus, of course it's cute with the little animals and stuff, so, and it's important, poor little animals get killed and stuff, so I just thought it'd be important to highlight these aspects.
Yeah, Ali really put a spin on the whole environment thing. It's not like a tree hugging committee where we're like, oh, save the trees, save the wildlife. It's more about, there's more to it than that, and once you read Ali's papers and briefs, you'll really be like, oh, there's more to it than just the environment and the trees. And that's what I originally thought it was going to be like, but I was in for a good surprise.
Yeah, that's how I usually that's why I like doing the environment, because I don't like people thinking it's about tree hugging or, just loving the environment. There's a lot of more complex other issues with it that many people don't think about. And so sometimes I like to kind of put a spin on the environment and be like, well, is it really this important? So that's why I usually like doing environmental committees.
Okay, my two topics are flags of convenience, which is within the larger topic of maritime regulation. I chose that one because it's an important economic issue, especially to Southeast Asia. Flags of convenience are basically a system in which countries fly a flag other than their own for economic benefit, and it has a lot of negative ramifications across the globe, and we have to decide whether it's appropriate to regulate that kind of activity. The second is an economic outlook on state formation, where we're going to look at conflicts in Southeast Asia and whether or not the regions involved in these conflicts are economically capable of even becoming a state, and then use that to create future benchmarks for statehood based on economic lines.
For me, my dad was born in Thailand. My grandparents were missionaries there for 35 years. So I knew, I had limited knowledge about the area and wanted to learn more about the current political conflicts going on there. I have no relative family members that live there now, but it still is, somewhat part of my history. And then the topic of, economic integration, dealing with ASEAN. I've just always been interested in global markets, you know, and economic communities like the European Union, and trying to see how that would work out in ASEAN. You also got South America now, as of last year, joined together in a similar way. So I'm just trying to, you know, see how these two topics play together, and we're hoping that gets explored here at the conference.
I did it in high school, and I learned a lot. I was taught a lot by the organization and the staff members, so I thought when I got to Rutgers that it'd be a great way to give back to the organization and to students. I joined IDEA because, one, it's a great group of individuals who are willing to kind of widen their perspectives on global issues and mature intellectually, which is something that, you know, especially in today's community, we need to progress in order to become better global citizens. So, one, knowing that, and two, for the purpose of being able to reach the students, I think that's very important. And as cliche as it sounds, they are kind of the future generation, and they're going to be the ones that, you know, take these topics and take the theme into mind when, you know, making decisions in the future. So definitely the group and being able to impact the students.
I originally joined IDEA also because I did Model UN in high school, and then after high school I wanted to share that experience, which was so much fun for me and such a good experience for me with other high schoolers who were coming up.
The most amazing part is when I sit and debrief and understand where you guys are coming from. I get to actually see you as a person rather than you as a country, and that's what I mainly want to understand.
Clay's Conference Logistics and Administration. Around the conference, Clay is responsible for a lot of the things that go on behind the scenes. A lot of the things that make a committee possible, like typing the resolutions, like having the theme around the conference, anything from, you know, a whiteboard that the director needs to a quick sub that they might need so they can take a break. You know, Clay is really there to do the dirty work, really, to do you know, the work that needs to be done in order for things to run smoothly.
I want to encourage all of you to speak, to embrace your topics, to be passionate, and to find thought-provoking solutions. These are issues that are occurring today and around the world. They are real and affecting millions.